Welcome to my video, guys. I know that many people, because of the two previous chapters of One Punch Man, many people are saying that Blast is a fraud. But today I'm going to prove to you guys that Blast is not a fraud, and there's a reason why he seems so weak. Literally saw the guy fought in two fights. He fought against Garo when he was not even trying to defeat Garo. He was trying to subdue Garo because he wanted it to like transform him back to human being or get him to fight on their side. Remember that when he came there, he wasn't even serious. He just tried to teleport Garo away inside one of his portals. Garo copied his technique and used it against him, and Garo said that he don't even worth his time, so he didn't even continue fighting because Saitama intervened in the fight. Remember that he killed Genos and Saitama came, and right after that, Saitama went in with the serious punch. Garo did the serious punch as well, and they got a serious punch square. Blast and his team is freaking team that is protecting the galaxy, protecting the universe from God, divert the Blast away out into space, which took out a chunk of stars in the universe. Blast wasn't actually trying against Garo. Point number two, when he was fighting against Empty Void, Blast never tried to defeat Empty Void. The first time he fought Empty Void, they never knew that they could reverse monsterization. So what happened was that Blast went and he was fighting against Empty Void, and while he was fighting against Empty Void, he tried to defeat Empty Void. That's the reason why Empty Void went into a coma for what, 20 years or 15 years or whatever. He went into a coma for a very long time because Blast was actually fighting him at that time at a serious point. He wanted to defeat him at that point, but now we found out he and Sitch, they're doing their research and trying to find out if they can reverse monstification. And while he's spending the years fighting against God's avatars over the universe, they figured out that they could reverse monsterization. So his plan is to capture Empty Void, try to do the monsterization, the reverse monsterization on him. So his final plan was to try to fuse himself with Empty Void. Remember when he attacked Empty Void and he tossed his glasses to Flashy Flash, and Flashy Flash, before Flashy Flash caught that glass, right, caught his sunglasses, they did so much combat in like that instant, right? When he punched Empty Void turned his body in 360 degrees. That's when he caught Blast at surprise and he chopped his arm off. When he chopped his arm off, Blast instantly put a portal to his arm, that was his severed arm that was on the ground, transferring blood and neural signals. Like in that just remember when he tossed his glass, right, his sunglasses, to Flashy Flash, before Flashy Flash caught that glass, they were moving so fast. They were moving faster than the speed of light. And he got his arm chopped off, and he was able to do all of that. Transfer blood to his arm, his severed arm on the ground, transfer neural signals. That means his arm on the ground is not dead, which he can reattach his arm if he wants to. Like, Blast was actually waiting for Empty Void to do something. He was planning to attack Empty Void. Empty Void would teleport himself, try to teleport himself to the next dimension, right? And while he's trying to teleport himself, Blast's plan was to do the same thing that he did, that intersect him and try to make his body fuse with Empty Void. That was his plan all along. That's the reason why when Flashy Flash came in and attacked, he told Flashy Flash not to intervene in the fight, because Blast had a plan all along. All the damage that he saw him get was nothing. He was planning to do all of that. He just wanted to sucker in Empty Void so Empty Void could let his guard down, thinking that he was winning. That's the reason why he seems like he's weak, because he's not actually trying. Remember that Empty Void, when he goes into the next dimension, when he's doing the dimension slash, right, he's actually in a 4D. He's a fourth dimension, like the fourth dimension, right? Because remember, that's the reason why he's saying nobody should be able to stop the dimension slash, because remember, a 3D person will not able to stop a 4D attack. If you should research it, you will see they're not even able to interact with it. right? So people on the internet is saying, okay, if he's 4D and if this is a dimensional slash that avoids space and time, flashy flash and Sonic wouldn't be able to dodge it. Sonic and Flashy Flash never dodge one of his attacks. Never. Every time Sonic and Flashy Flash got away from one of those attacks, it's when Blast uses space gates to teleport them away. Those attacks are instantaneously. The one attack you saw while it was coming. Remember, if you should go back and read all the manga, right? Read all the chapters. You never saw the attack coming. Blast is the only one that sensed that the attack was coming and teleported the Heroes Association away. You never saw it coming. It just happened. But Blast is always there to save everybody, to teleport them away instantly. The one attack that we saw, the dimensional slash that we saw, it was the ones that Saitama caught. The instant he did the slash, Saitama caught it. That's the reason why it seems like you could see the attack coming. Flashy Flash, Sonic never dodged none of those attacks before. They never dodged it. Blast is the only one that can dodge it. And Saitama is the only one that can interact with the attack, can actually block it. So I would say Blast is 4D and Anti-Void is 4D, right? These guys are not like weak people in no sense whatsoever. They're actually, they are really, really strong. But the reason why Blast seems like he's weak is because he's not trying. People are going to say as well, okay, how did Elder Centipede got away from him if he's that strong? Elder Centipede got away because God intervened in the fight. The first time when Blast saw God 20 years ago was the time while he was fighting Elder Centipede. Elder Centipede escaped because Blast turned his attention to God. So when people are talking but they're not remembering the chapters that they read and remembering details of what One and Murata include in the manga. Blast didn't defeat Elder Centipede because God intervened. He didn't defeat Garo because he never really wanted to defeat Garo, and Saitama intervened in the fight. Empty Void wasn't defeated by Blast because Blast never wanted to defeat Empty Void. He wanted to capture him and try to do the reverse monstification surgery on him. So Blast is not actually trying. Do you really believe Blast could be this weak and been fighting against God's avatars for 20 years? That makes no sense. The guy is him, but Saitama is just Saitama. You know, so we will see when they really go up against God. I believe that's the time we are going to find out how strong Blast is. And like, they don't want to give you all of what Blast can do. He can do more than just Gravity Knuckle, I bet. But One and Murata is just giving us it piece by piece, and people need to stop and saying this guy is a fraud. He's not a fraud, but if you can understand the way they're telling the story, you'd understand, unless you have an empty brain. It's easy. Anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like, leave a subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Your boy Sean is out, man. Peace.